Hello, folks. Jumping in just a little bit early today. Figure we got things going just here early, but that's okay. I get all the minutiae out of the way before you show up. And anyway, don't forget now, John Parada's Comedy Factory is alive and well as we do an open mic tonight at the pub on Park. Don't forget, hosts will be Melissa Day. And we're ready to rock and roll. For you comics, you want to get on that list, I would strongly advise you, especially today, contacting me to put you on that list. You can show up and go up, but you'll be on the bottom of that list. So I make a strong recommendation to you to make sure you contact me in a message to get on that list for this evening. Well, anyway, folks, good morning. We are a day away from the debate, the one and only debate that will be for the tossed salad known as Kamala Harris. I'm telling you, it is just going to be a magical. And either way, I don't care, because we all know, and even Bernie Sanders has come out and even admitted that Kamala Harris is doing what she has to do to get elected. He says she's a progressive, and when asked a question about flip-flopping, good morning, Randy, he said Kamala Harris is doing exactly what she has to do just to get elected. In other words, everybody knows that she's lying. Everybody knows that she's trying to get the uninformed voter to vote for her. It's what she does. The uninformed voter will vote for Hitler. Because of the way the media holds everybody up and paints them in a different light. But what we see going on now, folks, is the polls, the honeymoon is over for Kamala Harris. The polls have begun to shift a while ago, but now they're shifting more. It shows a very humbling moment for Kamala Harris going into this debate tomorrow. A very humbling moment for her, knowing she's going in behind in the polls. That's true. Oh, not the polls I saw. Oh, yes, they're the polls. And remember one thing, and even the left-wing media will tell you,
camera reported ahead.
Donald Trump always polls higher than the polls. They tell you, and I've heard a left-wing media even say it out loud, Donald Trump will poll anywhere from 6 to 9 points higher than the polls project him at any given time. Those are their words, not mine. Those are their words. And I think that's something that you have to remember. Kamala Harris is certain to lose this election. It is Donald Trump's election to lose. And if he sticks to not being dragged into the snake pit by ABC and, of course, Kamala Harris, to stick to the issues and paint the past to the present on top of Kamala Harris. You people going to a voting booth have to realize one thing. If you think that Kamala Harris is the change, then why isn't she fixing the problem now? She's in office. She has the power. She has the puppet, Joe Biden. She can pull a string and have him do anything she wants her to do. That's right. She's in power. One more day left. 48 hours, ladies and gentlemen. 48 hours away from a debate. And she could go into that debate with saying, and I'm sure ABC, excuse me, or wherever the hell she's going to be on the debate. Good morning, Carl. Would certainly say, wow, you turned it around. You took taxes on tips and took it away. Go right into the debate with that tomorrow. But she's not. She's not. Oh, it would be a desperate move on her part. Don't get me wrong. But the fact is, she's not going to do that. She was the deciding vote on employing 87,000 IRS agents to go after the people who earn tips. Those are the facts. The underground economy, as they would refer to it. Good morning, Michael. She was the deciding vote to employ 87,000 IRS agents to go after people who earn tips. You can't change that, folks. That is what you got. So, now, she wants to not tax tips. Does that mean we're going to lay off 87,000 IRS agents? And we are going to lay them off? And that's going to happen next? I expect either ABC or Kamala Harris to bring up the felon thing. I expect that. I expect them to put Donald Trump on a defensive with that. If they do, as far as I would concern Donald Trump, I would just, it's a fart in the wind. All I can say to Donald Trump is harken back to a saying we all did as a child on the schoolyard. We always used to say, sticks and stones will break my bones, but names will never hurt us. And I would just let that roll off, forget it was even asked or said. Ignore it and just bring in facts of your own with regards to what Kamala Harris did to ruin our economy. I would just ignore all those type of bullshit and go right after Kamala Harris. And oh, by the way, and even come out and say, look, I'm not going to dignify that stupid comment with an answer. Let me bring in something what I do want to discuss and then go right ahead and bring a different topic up. I would use 90 minutes as a moment to go right after Kamala Harris and her past. I would use the 90 minutes to answer questions real quick and then add more stuff in and just kind of, just like, when they put in a bill in Congress, in the Senate, they write a bill and then they pork it up. I would answer the question and then pork up that question with all the facts that Kamala Harris did, which she could change right now because she's already in day one. And I would continue to use the microphone as your opportunity to use it as a campaign piece speech. Answer the question quickly, move off, and pork up the question with things you want to talk about. If I was advising Donald Trump, that's exactly, good morning, Laura, that's exactly how I would advise Donald Trump. The only thing I have to worry about Donald Trump, don't bring race into it. Don't bring gender into it. Just leave it alone. Pretend those subjects didn't exist. Just pretend they didn't exist. Move on to, you've got everything in your palm of your hand. You got the economy. You got the open borders. You got the failed administration of Biden and Harris. You've got high energy costs. You've got high food costs. You've got Americans being killed. You've got Afghanistan. You have a plethora of information you could bring in. I would save the name calling to your tweets. I would save all of that to your tweets. On the debate stage, I would go after her with facts. But going forward, I wouldn't bring up race. I wouldn't even bring up gender. Kamala Harris doesn't even know what she is. Kamala Harris doesn't know whether she is for fracking, against fracking, for open borders, against open borders, for abortion, against abortion. She doesn't know what the frig she's at. She doesn't even know if she's a woman or if she's a man, if she's black or if she's white. She doesn't know anything. So let her fail on all the stuff she flip-flops on. Kamala Harris is one that'll flip-flop on anything to get into that Oval Office. And we've got to do everything we can as Americans to stop the wrong woman from becoming president, to stop the wrong party from holding that office again. That's what we have to do. That's our job. That's going into the debate tomorrow. Folks, you have to. The party of Christianity, so to speak, the Democrat Party. The Democrat Party was one of, Christianity and the working class people, has now gone over to the other side, the dark side. That's right. Has gone over to the dark side and has just destroyed Christianity, going after Judaism, going after everything that has a religious foundation in our country, and try to destroy and separate us from them. That's what the Democrat Party has turned. They turned out to be a Marxist party. They're clearly a Marxist party. Clearly. Alan Dershowitz, Tulsi Gabbard, and many other people, even in California, would not be pulling out of the Democrat Party had they thought for 1 minute the Democrat Party was the Democrat Party who they first belonged to. Nobody could become, these folks can't become part of the Democrat Party when the Democrat Party is turned against America and its freedoms, turned against us all. Democrat Party is a Marxist party. They can't be allowed. Nobody wants to be a part of that. Why would you? What's the purpose of that? You would have to run away from it. And that includes you, the voters. You're either a Marxist voter or you're a smart voter that wants to restore freedom into this country. I always get a kick out of those posts that say veterans for Kamala Harris. In other words, those veterans don't care that 22 of their fellow veterans commit suicide every day because of the lack of care they get. Thank you, Democrat Party, for that, by the way. Donald Trump put an answer to go ahead and fix that, and Joe Biden took it away. So veterans for Kamala Harris, in other words, you like watching your fellow veterans commit suicide. That's something you take great joy in. Veterans for Kamala Harris, you mean the way we pulled out of Afghanistan and 13 of our precious veteran service people were killed? Veterans for Kamala Harris, you mean you veterans are okay with Joe Biden looking at his watch at least 12 times during the taking off of the caskets of that airplane, that C-5 transport or whatever it was? We're taking out too much of your time, Joe? Veterans for Kamala Harris, you mean Kamala and Joe that were invited to Arlington National Cemetery, along with Donald Trump, by the way, and Donald Trump took them up and went there and to be with those people who lost their loved ones in Afghanistan? Veterans for Kamala Harris, seriously? They will go into a voting booth and vote for Kamala Harris? Veterans for Kamala Harris would actually stay home and not vote? Veterans for Kamala Harris are really okay with fighting foreign wars, but letting the Democrat Party come here and do more harm to Americans than Russians do? You mean to tell me this new Russian collusion crap that came out by Merrick Garland and CNN pushing it? I posted a video of Tom Cotton, who destroyed CNN with that question. Yeah, destroyed him. It's the Russian collusion laptop, right? The Russians came up with this thing about Hunter Biden's laptop. And now Hunter Biden pleaded guilty on all 9, all coming from the laptop. Russian collusion. Go ahead, Democrat voters, go ahead. Especially you veteran Democrat voters. Let me once again ask you, are you okay with your fellow servicemen being murdered in Afghanistan? You fought to hold down that country, and we pulled out in such a way we surrendered treasure, not only our veterans, but military treasure. You're okay with that? Veterans for Kamala Harris? I find it nothing more insulting than to see posts that say veterans for Kamala Harris. I worked at the VA hospital. And I don't care whether you're a veteran or fake to be one, or even doing false, valor like Tampon Tim. I work very close with those veterans who came back from Vietnam. I was a 13-year-old boy and worked there and volunteered there. 5,000 hours of volunteer service. That's right. For many, many years, I volunteered at the VA. And nothing insults me more than to see those posts. Or to know that you're a veteran and have even forgotten why you even joined the military. Even forgotten why you might have lost a limb. Or a fellow veteran lost their lives. Nothing insults me more to see that. It's akin to you spitting on the crucifix. It's akin to you spitting on the Quran. It's akin to you spitting on Buddha or David or the Torah. It's akin to spitting on the Constitution and the flag and every draped casket. It's an insult to me. And quite frankly, I would tell you to your face. I don't care who the hell you are. I would tell you to your face what a disgrace you have become. I would tell you to your face. I don't care whether you ever like me again, because I'm right and you're wrong, and there's no argument there. There's no in between. There's no middle line. I'm right and you're wrong. You can't even get the only way you will argue with me, whoa, Trump. No. No. Don't even bring Trump in. Let's talk about the current record right now. Let's talk about the current record right now that's running this country, or ruining it, because run is missing one letter. I. Ruin. Go ahead. I'll tell you to your face. You may not like it, and I don't care if you friggin' hate me for the rest of my life. I don't care. Because you can't hold a candle to me. You can't hold a candle to me. I scrape people like you off the bottom of my foot like shit that I might have accidentally stepped in. And that's the fact. artistry-by-steve.com is the way to go. Thank you. I'm way up there in the high 90s. Thank you, GoDaddy. Thank you, people. Keeping that end of my career going. Wow. A lot of things are happening. Upside, using my promo code 6MMJUU, will get you a bonus on your first fill up after you download that. You get 25 cents on top of 20 or whatever they're offering per gallon. 2 days it goes in the app. When the app accumulates to the money where you want to cash out, you can do that. Cash out. Never get a fee for it. Put it in your debit account, PayPal account. Anything you want. Amazon, gift cards, whatever you like. It's there for you. Upside. I make $100 a month. Others do far better than me. Oh, how could you do that? Oh, I could explain it. I could even show you the app. Don't lie to you, folks. I'm not here to lie to you. You can't distrust what I'm saying, because otherwise, why bother? Share and like this video with everybody. Thank you for everything you're doing. Remember, we push nonviolence. We push voting. The Democrat Party pushes violence and lies. Violence and lies. We will show them how to be a mature adult, while they show us how their true Marxism comes out. Have a nice day, folks.